course, the holiday is here, and it's a cause for celebration, but it can also be a reminder of what's missing. And that's why we're shining a light on the critical need for foster care. Joining us today, we've got Elizabeth from The Call to share how we can help make a difference. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes. And let's talk about just your mission and your impact there at The Call.
Sure. So our mission is to make sure that there are no waiting children in Northwest Arkansas for a foster family.
Yeah.
We want to make sure there are plenty of beds available and homes available for kids when they're in crisis.
Yeah, so important.
And the holidays are like big monumental moments, can come with some mixed emotions sometimes. So how might days like today impact a child in foster care?
You know, these days are difficult. You know, when we think of holidays, we think of family. And of course, these children are not currently with their biological families. So I think it's really important just to be sensitive to their needs and allow them to have those memories of their families and really honor their biological families.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
The need for resources is big, right? It's great. How great is that need here?
So it's really crazy for us to think about here in Northwest Arkansas, but there are almost 400 children currently in foster care here in this 4-county area.
Wow.
And right now we only have 195 foster homes to house those children. So there is always a need for more foster homes to open up their hearts and homes to these kids.
The numbers right there just kind of blow my mind.
Me
That's
too. I had no
greater
idea.
than I expected.
So
Yeah.
just how can the community help, whether it's through time or donations or?
That's a great question in so many ways. I would say the number one way to help is to open your home if that's how you're feeling called. But of course, not everyone feels called to open their home. So there are many other ways to support children in care. That might be by donating clothing, shoes, donating school supplies. Right now in particular, we're starting to gather school supplies for children in care. Donating your time to maybe even support these children by volunteering at one of our events. We host family fun events several times a year. We're hosting one tonight for the 4th, where we have our families come together and have community together. Of course, also, we would welcome any financial support as well.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned people opening their homes, and I'm just curious about what that process is like. What do folks need to do if they're interested, they want to learn more, and how do you walk them through the steps of that?
Sure, that's a great question. I think the first step would be to go to our website, which is thecallinarkansas.org. And there's a button there where they can submit information or a request to be able to open their home to foster care. Then there's just a process, a question and answer process where we learn more about the family learns more about the need, and there's of course a little bit of paperwork involved too.
Sure.
But really our role as The Call is just that we come alongside DHS and just support that family along the way as they're interested.
I know a lot of people might be interested in opening up their homes. How, from beginning to completion, like how long is that process? If somebody wants to like give their time in their home and open it up, what's kind of an average waiting time?
That's a great question, and really it's shortened over the years. I would say right now about a 6-month process.
Okay.
So it really is not that long. That involves training, that involves a background check, involves paperwork, an in-home consultation. So there's several steps involved, but really it can be done within 6 months.
That's such a shortened time frame from what I was thinking, because I think I have a kind of a maybe how it was years ago, right? When it's like, oh, it's going to take forever. Is it even worth it? Am I going to want to open my home after a year or two when the process is finally complete? So 6 months doesn't seem like very long. That's great. So we just wrapped June, which was National Reunification Month, as I understand. What does that even mean?
That's a really great question. So when a child is taken from their home, the goal is almost always reunification, to be able to put that child back in with their biological family, because that family unit is so important.
Sure.
And so to reach that goal, the family has to follow certain steps that the judge prescribes for that family. And so that might entail family visits. It might entail going to rehab. It might entail getting a job. There are various things. Of course, The Call supports that reunification. In fact, we even have visitation centers at our own offices where we host those family visits for the bio family and their child. So that once the family completes those steps, if the judge finds that it's a safe situation, that child can then be reunified back with their family of origin.
Yeah. What's your website where people can go for more details?
It's thecallinarkansas.org.
That's great. Elizabeth, happy 4th of July.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for joining us and talking about this very important need in the community. And thanks for the work that The Call is doing in the state.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely.